Hi there. This is John Norton Jr. and this is my show called Survival of the Fittest. I'm in Cranston, Rhode Island today, and I'm going to paint a scenario, which is a common one actually, a common thread in when you're faced with survival. You see, I'm in a town. It's actually a city in Rhode Island. Now let's paint this scenario. You come from another state, another country. You don't know anyone. I'll just look. Here's some cars going past. Yes, that's right. It is a city. You're new to this place. You've never been here. You have no friends here. You have no family here. Now think about what the consequences are when it comes to your survival. What are you going to face? You're going to face animals. You're going to face humans, right? You're going to face the surroundings because you don't know this. You don't know the streets. You don't know. You're new to here. Nobody knows you, right? See, look at all the stuff here. I'll just pan the camera a little bit. Okay, you're brand new to this place and you know nothing. Day number 1. Now, how are you going to survive? You don't know any services. You know, you found out from word of mouth and maybe if you're fortunate to have internet access through public library computers, and maybe you're lucky even more to have a device to access the internet. But generally, it's just through public services. And what little public services you've already gained in day number 1 walking around, you know what? The bubble is how much you actually know about Cranston, Rhode Island. How are you going to survive? You need food. It hits you directly. You need food, 1. You need 2, shelter. And you need 3, you need liquid. So, which is water. Water is a primary staple of life, right? Food is a primary staple of life. Shelter is a primary staple of life, right? You could do temporarily without shelter on a short-term basis, but you cannot do without food and drink. So you go look around and you go, okay, man, this is the reality. How do I survive? I don't know anything about this place. I just come to here because I heard that it was such a great place to be. And now I decided I'm going to move here. I don't have nothing in my pocket. I have no money, no food, no water. I got a sum total of nothing to my name. Now how am I going to survive in a place that I don't know anyone and they don't know me? How am I going to make it in Cranston, Rhode Island? Those are all questions that you learn when you do when you try to begin to survive, because you walk around going, okay, I don't know anything about this place, but it's a very nice place what I see so far. But and then you go up to people and you talk to them, and they don't basically want to talk to you because you're an outsider. So you try to be very friendly and you try to associate. You try to get to know things from people. You go, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Where is this place? I've heard about this grocery store, or I've heard about this convenience store. And you start to associate physical things with your environment. But it's daytime. The time's ticking. The clock's going down. Minus. It's gonna be nighttime soon. How are you gonna deal with that? See, these are important questions you have to answer every day when you are trying to survive. Because it is, like I've said, it's survival of the fittest. You have to be the fittest one to survive. If you're not the fittest one, you will die. It's either or. You either live or you die. You either live and walk out if you were in, for instance, the skeleton coast of Africa, or you were in Patagonia, or you were in another place, or even Cranston, Rhode Island. Do you realize, ladies and gentlemen, it looks so innocent. See that? Look around you. It looks like it's a snap to survive in this place, right? But when you have nothing and you have everything against you, it's a totally different thing. You see, you've got to learn, you've got to educate yourself. You've got to learn the skills in order to survive. You've got to gain knowledge. How do you gain knowledge of where you are? In this program, I teach people how to gain the knowledge, and then apply the tools. You see, when you gain the knowledge, you apply the tools, and then you start doing it, survival becomes what? Easier. I didn't say it's impossible. I didn't say it's not going to happen. I said it becomes more easier to survive because you learn what your surroundings are. Use your surroundings. I've taught many survival classes in my lifetime, and the reality is I teach people, use your surroundings to your advantage. If you see a rock on the ground, the rock has multiple purposes. You see a street sign in a physical concrete jungle. A street sign has a physical purpose. A building has a physical purpose. You could see a building, like for instance this in the background, right? You see a building. Now it has what? An overhang to it, right? There you go. What could you use the overhang if it's raining? You could step underneath it. You know, you got to use common sense when you're trying to survive. Because when you throw a common sense out the window and you start making rash decisions, impulsive rash decisions kill you. It's when you logically think it out, you achieve good decisions. Good decisions lead to you walking out of a bad situation alive, while other people make bad decisions and they die. This is what the point of my show today. Making the right decisions when you survive, when you learn how to survive in a hostile environment, whether it's a city, a concrete city jungle, or whether it's a jungle of Panama, which I was in, or the hardcore place of Sudan and Somalia that I was in military service. You learn how to adapt. You've got to learn how to adapt to your environment. Each minute counts greatly towards your survival, plus or minus. Your decision, yes or no, determines whether you live or die. It determines how long you can survive. Many people, here's a true fact, ladies and gentlemen. A true fact. The reality is many people on this planet have walked out of bad situations, airplane crashes, boat sinkings, you name it. You can list the whole entire gamut. Walked out away from it. Even the skeleton coast of Africa, they got stuck in the skeleton coast of Africa. Several people had that misfortune happen. But they learned the skills to survive. And they learned how to apply those skills and apply the tools. And they walked out alive. That's what's most important, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind when you go to a new place. Because even if you're driving a car and the car breaks, you're in the middle of a forest, 100 miles worth of forest on both sides of the road. The next township is 100 miles away. It's going to turn to nighttime soon. What are you going to do? You're all alone. There ain't nobody gonna come to help you. No one gonna come to save you. The reality is, you gotta depend on yourself. You gotta depend on those skills to survive. So, this is important knowledge to pass along. Always learn the skills and the tools to survive. Thank you very much.